From backcountry ski tours to mountaineering in some of the most brutal weather on Earth, a four-season tent is the last line of defense between you and the elements. Accordingly, these tents are much stronger than their three-season counterparts, with less mesh, more substantial canopies and rainflies, tougher pole structures, and a whole host of features designed for winter use. To get the most of cold weather camping, whether with your family or a circle of friends, we've compiled this excellent selection of tents to make the outdoors fun and a memorable experience. This four-season tent review is designed to help you find the best option for your ambitions, whether it brings you to the top of high summits or through the single track of the hottest deserts. We've done all the hard work sifting through the best options on the market. With meticulous attention to detail, we evaluate differences and uses of each option, highlighting our top recommendations to help you find exactly what you need. Whether it's a night or two of enduring storms of high-altitude mountaineering or a week of wilderness living deep in the backcountry, this selection of some of the best cold weather tents will have you covered.
This is Tenshi, our award-winning expedition tent designed to keep you comfortable and secure in high-exposure areas. Offered in a two-person model, this Alpine Warrior is equipped with our unique STAT anchoring system, offering unparalleled security for adventurers wanting to take their expeditions to the edge. Designed with an efficient shape to balance livability with fluid lines, Tenshi is ultra-stable in windy conditions. Tenshi's 40D Osmo waterproof nylon ripstop fabric is breathable, supremely strong, and provides the most reliable weather protection possible. An extra-large vestibule at the front gives you plenty of storage space to protect your gear from the elements, and a clear vestibule window provides visibility in bad weather conditions. A large front door offers easy access, and the rear window is large enough to be used as an escape hatch in emergencies. Multiple strut-supported vents, coupled with Tenshi's removable condensation curtain, promote superior airflow for ventilation and keep moisture from the breath contained to a small portion of the tent. Tenshi's strongest feature is its unique sleep-tight anchor transfer system, providing a waterproof, convenient, and direct method of transferring an anchor into the tent when pitched on a ledge. Tenshi's overlapping external pull structure leverages premium aluminum DAC Featherlight poles, further adding strength, durability, and stability. The completely external pull configuration is intuitive for an ultra-fast setup, saving valuable time in extreme weather. And a generous amount of pull clips and gatefold carabiners ensure tent integrity during the harshest conditions. Shock cord stake points allow flexibility to evenly distribute stress in the frame during high winds, keeping materials safe while on the mountain. With gear pockets, there's ample interior storage for essentials. And on those dark nights, light pockets allow you to turn your headlamp into a tent lantern through light diffusing fabric. For greater visibility, especially at night, Tenshi is outfitted with reflective webbing and guy lines. If your expeditions take you to the furthest edges of the earth, Tenshi is a shelter of choice to keep you secure and comfortable in high exposure areas.
This is the Trango four-season tent. It comes in a 2, 3, and 4-person size. This is the 3-person size, and this is the size we're going to talk about today. The Trango tent is designed for base camp on the mountain. It's full four-season tent design. The Trango tents have been in our line for a long time, and they're a classic for mountain hardware. It's primarily designed for an extremely strong base camp tent. The Trango tent has guy out spots around the entire perimeter of the tent. These are placed at about 18 to 24 inches, which is we find is the best location for guying out. There's one on either side, so it allows you to guy out in the direction the wind's coming. Also, each guy out spot behind the fly has what we call a direct connection, so that the fly is actually connected to the pole structure. So if you pull back this fly here, you can see our gated clip clips around a small fabric loop that's on the back side of the fly. The fly is attached to the canopy of the tent with these durable clips. These clips have a ladder lock that allow you to adjust tension. One of the biggest feature changes we did on the Trango tent series this season was we changed the front vestibule pole. Instead of it being on the outside of the fly, we put it under the inside of the fly, and it fits inside a small sleeve. So this is the canopy of the Trango tent. The canopy it's a free-standing design. The canopy is attached to the pole structure with gated clips for every single clip point. One feature the Trango has that's quite nice is the tent is a complete symmetrical design, meaning you can have the large front vestibule on the front of the tent, but if for some reason the wind changes direction, you're actually able to take the fly off, flip it around, and have your large vestibule on the rear of the tent. On the side of the tent, there is a large ceiling vent that allows you to unzip and ventilate the top of the tent. It also allows you to look out the window in the fly. The front of the tent has a large D-door design with dual sliders. Having the dual sliders allows you to partially open up the door and vent the top if you need. When the door is fully open, you'll see it has a full canopy door as well as a full mesh door. Each of the doors rolls away nicely and can be secured with the toggles. Trango tents are extremely spacious inside. They have a really high peak height as well as ample volume on the inside. This is the 3-person size. You can fit 3 large wide mats next to each other. The inside also has a large amount of mesh storage pockets for drying wet gear. The Trango tent is a very well-loved tent because it's such a unique architecture. It has all the bells and whistles. It's extremely comfortable, has lots of space inside, and is extremely durable in all sorts of conditions.
I'd like to introduce you to MSR's new remote tents. It's an addition to our all-season series. The remote tents have all the livability and the protection you need. Here we have the Remote 2 set up in the studio using sandbags. I'll walk you through some of the key features that make it perfect for the mountaineer spending 3 days or 3 weeks in this tent. The first being the Eastern Cyclone tube set combined with our unique geometry, which makes for a really strong tent, especially at the top where you need it for snow loading. The Remote 3 has all the features of the Remote 2 with an additional cross pole to accommodate a third person. Another key feature is the ventilation. The 2 doors both have a mesh panel at the top which you can close or open to keep the condensation inside of the tent under control. The tents have 2 doors, and since you're going to spend extended periods of time in this tent, anywhere from 3 days to 3 weeks, we made them with a little more livability than our other tents. We designed it with a little more floor space, a little more width, and a little more length, and a little more headroom. Now that we have the rainflies set up, we'll focus on some of the key features on the outside. The first being an engineered guy out which allows us to weld it from the inside of the fabric. It does 2 things. It relieves the stress on the fabric, and with 1 point it allows us to tension out this whole panel. Another guying out feature is all the guy outs have a Velcro attachment so you can secure it directly to the frame. It allows you to guy out the fabric and the tent poles at the same time. The vestibule is designed to keep you and your gear protected. A key feature is the snow flap sewn around the perimeter. You can seal it up from the outside of the vestibule or flip it in, pack it with snow, and you're sealed up on the inside. The vestibule was designed large enough to keep all of your equipment protected and out of the wind. And it also includes a few gear loops up on the inside to hang out your gear and dry it out. The Remote series comes in a 2- and a 3-person tent. The minimum weight of the 2-person is under 7 pounds. The minimum weight of the 3-person is under 8 pounds.
So I'm here with the Soulo Black Label. We've had our Soulo in the Red Label series for a long time, and a lot of you have asked to have a Soulo Black Label or to have a real true Soulo tent in the Black Label series, and this is it. So for about 400 grams more than the Red Label Soulo, which is 2.4 kilos, so this one's 2.8 kilos, 6 pounds 3 ounces, you get the full Carolina 1800 strength and the 10 millimeter poles that you have in the other Black Label tents as well. So even though the Soulo Red Label can stand up to pretty much anything and people use it around the world and on big mountains, this gives you that extra layer of insurance that we talk about. We talk about the Black Labels being for any trip, anywhere, any climate, any place really. So this really is that. So Soulo Black Label.